Alright, we're back. So now we're on the bike here. So I'll get the put this thing in there and see if it fits. First thing I'm gonna do is let the air out of it. Definitely looks a lot better. Nice fat tire. Looks good. Okay, that'll make it a little bit easier to put inside the fender here. It's gonna be a wide load. I'm gonna put the brake in here, and it's not supposed to have the brake attached to the wheel going in like this, but I'm just gonna have to fight it and figure out what we gotta do to get it in here. It's gonna take whatever it takes. Okay, so this ought to be interesting. Sleeve goes back in. There's your brake. Now this had to be about here before to make it work. If I had time, I'd weld some pads in there or something, but we never have time to work our own crap. So we just make do with what we got. Okay, this has to slip into the frame like that. So this has to clear the frame. I have to be in that far, but the problem is the tire's really fat and the fender's real narrow. That is not conductive to putting stuff together very easily. But that's how it goes. And I got nobody to help me hold this up, so I have to deal with that too. Just more crap in the way. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, get over here. Oh, I need a tire iron. I can't work without a tire iron. We're gonna need one, I'm sure. Okay, tire iron. And we got the big one too if we need a big one. Truck, car. I'm sure one of these are going to be needed. If not both. Okay, this thing here needs to go up. Let's see if I have a long ass bungee cord, I could probably use that. I used to have something floating around, but I think they're all gone. Yeah, we're luck. Still have one. Yeah, here. Nice long one, see? There you go. That'll be long enough. Okay, that goes up. Wrap it around the seat post. We need more tension. So we got two on there. That holds it. Perfect. Now I don't need anybody to help me. Look at that. See how that's done? Perfect. Make sure you bring a 6-foot bungee cord with you next time. I think it's only a 5-footer. It's stretched a little bit. All right. Let's see. Is this going to fit in there or not? It already is not. Jeez. Looks like I'm trying to pick up the bike. I'm jammed in over here. I am picking the bike up. Chain guard's in the way. Bend it out of the way. There, I just scratched on there. It'll go. There we go. Geez, I'm surprised I got in this far. Looks like it's going to fit. I'm shocked. Look at that. I'm hitting on over here. Not much. Oh, hitting on the frame. Yeah, it's only a frame. It'll move. It was on there a lot easier than I thought it would. I didn't think I was going to get anywhere near this far. Look at it, almost in. That piece is fitting in there. I didn't think it was going to go. I'm shocked it's this easy. Okay, now I gotta start forcing things. Here, look at that. Right here. We're close. I gotta get that thing up inside where it belongs. Where's our backing plate? Okay, you gotta get the rear brake engaged over here. There, we're engaged. Gotta get this up in the air a little bit. Gotta rotate it a little bit. The sleeve has to rotate. Okay, almost rotated. Put the drum where it belongs. Oh, almost had it. Damn it. What do we got? Over here. Let's rotate the rest of the way. Damn it. There we go. Correct direction there, kind of, almost. Leave that, goes the other direction. Figures. Damn it. It's almost like it doesn't want to go. Hard to believe. Ah, shit, almost teared it. There, right there. Come here. Stupid ass flat, won't stay put. Need with a brake. There. The problem is the brake's not engaged. Pull it back out. Rotate it around. There it is right there. Ah, engaged. Perfect. Should just like it's made for it. Spacer goes in there, or not. Crappy side out or in. Yeah, they're both crappy. Yeah, I'm surprised that went in there that easy. I'm amazed. It's a good thing I pre-bent the fender a while ago. This fender's bowed way out, probably ½ inch. It's bowed probably ½ inch out this way. So instead of being flat like this, it's like this. Okay, that's in there. So now we got this in there, it's not tight, it's just in there. So now you go on the other side. I get an axle in here. Shouldn't be too hard, we already got the hard part done. This is downhill from here. So, put the axle spacer in there. Look at that. It fits right in there like it's made for it. Try that on a new bike. Nothing goes in that easy on a new bike. There, look at that. It fills that fender right up in there, doesn't it? Okay, so now we got to put the nut over here. Yeah, it's on the wrong side. Camera guy. So we don't know what the chain's going to be yet because we haven't got that far, but for now I'm just going to tighten it up right here. We're not doing full torque, we're just putting a little bit of load on it. Pulling it in straight and just backing it off just a little. Here's our flimsy ass little nut. This axle is a lot longer, so I can actually put a spacer in here. Or I can put a real nut on it, or I can put a couple real nuts on it. I'm gonna go see if I can find a better nut than this piece of crap. I'll probably put a big ass washer in there too down the road, but for now, I'm using this one. Okay, so I don't know if the wheel's true or not. We have a different axle than we used to run, so we have to re-true the wheel up. Align the wheel, I should say, not true it. So you gotta make sure the wheel is going straight. Because this axle is not round, it's flat. So this adjuster is going to change. So to do that, you have to unadjust it first. Every tool except the one I want. There's the one I want. And there's the other one I want. Okay, that's 9/16. Boom. Okay, we just go until we touch. Okay, there's tension on that now. So right now it's butted up against that. Now I went with this style swing arm because it has a nice big flat area to hit against. Those little hex ones have a real small hex. Look how big this thing is. It's almost 2 inches in diameter. So this has a lot more holding power than the stupid round hex ones do. So that's why you go with that style. Oh, here's one right here. Here's one we took out. See? Look how little hex area we got right here. You only got that little small little 1/4 inch point. That's all that holds that axle in. So this one here, you can see it's like 3/8 of an inch straight across. So you got a lot more holding power, top to bottom. So it's a lot better. So that's why we use that. Plus it looks older. If it looks old, it must be good. Okay, so on this side here, where we all the way against the adjuster, we're pretty close to that already, so we're in there where it was. Okay, now we gotta make sure we got some clearances. Looks to me like we got a lot of clearances up in there. Definitely got clearances all through here. Go check the other side. I did move it over this way a little bit, so we are definitely a lot tighter on this side. A lot tighter. So we're probably an 1/8 inch closer on this side than the other side. That's because I offset it this way on purpose. But you look in the back of the bike, it looks pretty even in the back. Any light on? Yeah, a little bit. See the tire on the inside of the actual strut back there looks even. So and that's the part right here. You put your finger right in here and right in here, it looks pretty even. But the rest of the fender, we have lots of clearance on this side, not squat on the other side. That means we should have a lot of chain clearance, which is what I want. So now we gotta look down the tire this way. You look at the tire, and you can see the gap between the sprocket and the chain. It looks like it's almost a 1/2 inch. Yeah, we got a lot of room. See that big space right there between the sprocket and the tire? That's plenty of room for a chain. A chain's going to be 1/2 of that. A nice thick heavy chain. You'll be less than 1/2 of that. So we got tons and tons of clearance. So next time I offset the wheel, I should put it in straight instead of being offset like I have it. We have room. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being room. We could probably clear a 160 tire if I beat the right side of the tire over, or the fender. You'd probably get a 160 in this damn bike. Okay, well, that's good. It fit first time. The alignment doesn't look too far off either. It looks pretty straight actually. Where's it at? Actually, it's going to the right. It's a little bit to the right now. Just making a right turn this way. So that means we got to adjust this a little bit. Movement like that. It's tight. Doesn't want to move. It's biting hard. It's like it's supposed to. Yeah, now. Actually, it looked pretty. Yeah, that moved pretty quickly. They're pretty good. I think about one flat too much. One flat too much. I'm gonna go with that for now. Get a straight edge on there later. Yeah, where's the front of my bike at? Gotta figure out where the front of my bike is at. Where's the other side at? Yeah, we might be one more flat. We're close. Maybe one more flat back. Maybe. It's close. You sight down the top of the tire here. Then you look at the frame. They're pretty equal, but I think it's slightly to the left versus this one. I'm going to move one flat. What the hell? Don't need no stupid laser, just use your stupid eyes. Now we don't have any air in the tire yet either, so that might vary it a little bit too. Okay, now you look at it again. You look at this side. They look pretty damn even now. You look at the point where the front tire comes together like that, and you get an idea of where your parallel point is. You come over and do the same thing and see if it's the same parallel. If it looks like it's more in the frame that way or that way, that's how you tell. Just by eyeballing it. That's all you gotta do. You'd be surprised how close your eyes are. Alright, so that's pretty close. I'm good with that. That's enough to go make a run. Plenty adequate for me. See, I'm down to one flat. One flat's only moving at probably 5 or 10 thou at most. Probably about 5. Okay, so we gotta get the chain up on here. Get all that figured out next. That'll be the next thing to figure out. So for now, I'm happy with that. I got the brake disconnected right now too, which until we adjust the chain, we don't know where the brake's going to be, so we'll leave that loose for now. So that's all good. And obviously, it's on top of the cardboard slightly because it just moved. Really should have one finger worth of clearance because it hurts when you jam your fingers under there. Hey, it rotates, look at that. A big flat spot in the tire though. Look at that flat spot in the tire, there's no air in it yet. Look at that damn thing. See a little flat spot? It's over there on that side. Get a whoop-de-doo in it. Whoopee! Yeah. Alright. Where's the valve stem at? There it is, right there where it belongs. Okay, so we need a little bit of air in this thing. Let it air up a little bit. Wheels in here. Shouldn't be coming out anymore. I don't see any issues so far. Fits like a glove. Couldn't ask for better. Well, I could have. It's offset a little bit too far. Remember, I purposely did that when I tightened them up. Remember, I moved it over a little bit. Did it on purpose. See, I shouldn't have done that. But I didn't know. Now I do. That's the way it goes. Now how much air are we going to run? 10, 15, 20? We could go all the way up to 25. I think initially we're going to put 30 in it, let the tire kind of beat itself in. And before I go racing, I'll drop it back to 20, probably. I don't know. Does anybody run these tires? What do they run on their air pressure? I'm thinking 10 or 15 is about where it needs to be, but that's me. I think it's pretty pointy. Okay, make sure there's no air leak. Do your little spit test. If it doesn't make a bubble, you're good. There's no bubble. Wipe the spit off. Where'd my chingus go? Metal valve cover. Every racing association likes those. They don't like the ones without them. Okay, did that flat spot go away? Yeah, low drag. Tire's walking around a little bit. Pretty straight. What I don't like about these things, these are pretty damn pointed tires. They should be a lot more flat. That's why you gotta let a lot of air out to get more on the ground. These things are like a road race carcass. The stealth tires are a road race tire, so it's not a drag tire. They just put soft compound on it. I don't think they change the carcass any. That's why it's real pointed. So that's not the way you want it to be. You want it to be a lot more flat. See, look at this bike over here, how the tires on this one. Look how flat it is. In case you think the tire is worn out, see all the titties on it? They're barely off. This tire is 11 years old now. It's pretty flat. I purposely bought this tire because of the shape of it and the tread. But look how flat it is. So that's on a 4 1/4, 18. This here is another 18. You see how this one's a little more curved on it, but it's still pretty flat. This one over here, pretty pointy. Look how pointy it goes whoosh, like that. Those other ones were going like this. So definitely pointy. Not good. But sticky tread, we'll see if it makes up the difference. This tire over here, it's pretty, even though it's a sport touring tire, it's pretty flat. Look at the dome. It's a lot better than that other tire is. And this is an 18 on a 4 1/4. So, and this is too fat of a tire for that rim. So you can see the shape of that versus this one. You can see how much more pointy this one is. So, not as good. And this has got super sticky tread on it too. But this is a street tire. It's sport touring, so it's made to go, 8,000–10,000 miles. This is a drag race tire, so it's made to go 8 or 10 miles. This is probably only good for a few hundred miles. It'll be dead. But anyway, they didn't make the tire quite right, so at least not for what I think it should be. All right, so that's it for the wheel. It looks pretty darn nice on there. Yeah, it definitely fills up the old wheel well back there. Looks pretty good. So, just like you want it to be. So the only thing wrong with it is the fender's up in the air. Why is the fender up in the air? There we go. So you install the fender. Goes like that. These are pretty high-tech devices here. Go. Take a half inch. This will work. I like making them flush so they look good. So then you go like that. There, that's tight. Do the other side. There, it's tight too. It still rotates. There you go. Now it looks like a real motorcycle. So you can see how these are just open here. You just undo them, pop them, fender goes up. Boom, simple, done. Nice, easy design. See, I had to put the spacer in here to make this level, make this even. Because whatever's going on up here, this is way too wide apart right here. So this is a repop fender. I haven't got my original one on here yet, so I had to compensate for the air and how it's made. You also tell it's repop by the big, ugly, fat rivets they use. Harley never uses that. But we do have an original tail light on here. I gotta get some hot glue gun or something to keep that from rattling. That glass lens will break. I gotta fix that. Yeah, hear that? That's gonna be a problem. We'll fix that. Okay, good news. Rack is dry. No drag, no leaks, no runs, no drips. First time since I've owned this bike, it doesn't have a lake under it. So this here is no oil up here. Obviously no oil down here, and this fitting is no oil anything around it. So everything's 100% dry. It's also dry over here, wet. There's no moisture anywhere. So it's supposed to be. That's pretty rare for this bike, because this bike always leaked, like gushed everywhere. Now is this seal dry up under here? A little bit of residue maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That might just be residue. It's definitely not leaking down. And the transmission is not leaking since I tightened the nut up also. So right now we have no leaks. See, it's all dry up under here. Look at that. This one here, I'm going to double check it. I'm going to wipe that again. Like I said, I can't get up inside the seal. Whatever was inside the seal is still going to keep leaking out. I think that's what that was. Okay, so check it again in a couple days, and it'll probably be dry too. So anyway, all that is nice and oil free. Maybe just leaked it all out. That might be what happened. I doubt it, but could be. Okay, well, like I said, next thing I do is get the chain on it, get the primary drive on it, get the belt drive set up in here, get everything all adjusted, and then that'll get the back of the bike handled. Then I gotta get the, I guess I get the gas tanks all up on there, make sure that all fits. First I get my seat up on here. I got a different T-bar I'm going to use. I'll use this one. I got a different seat I'm going to put on it. I got that FXRP seat I'm going to put on it with the backrest to keep my ass in the seat when I dump the clutch. Right now my ass goes back and hits the fender just about. when it launches, and that was with a bad tire. So then I get to pull this whole front end off and redo everything on the front of the bike. All going bye-bye. New wheel, new handlebars, and I like it with a black. I like to put a black headlight on it, but the rusty one looks okay. That's good. We can leave it for a while. But anyway, so we got more work to do up there too. So the exhaust system, I got to get the muffler up in the air a little bit. It's going kind of like downhill, so I'm gonna have to cut it right back here, 1 or 2 cuts, and move it up. I want it to be at least level with the bike or slightly uphill, but definitely level. I don't want the thing going downhill. So that's going to be requiring to take a cut right in here. Do 1 or 2 back in here, either in here or here, somewhere in this area, depending on what fits up underneath the tranny here better. So once I get the exhaust up on the bike, I can figure that all out. But first you got to get the brakes all in there. It's kind of an order of procedure. You got to get all the brake stuff on. This is your cross shaft for your brake. All that stuff's got to get hooked up. The exhaust has to get put in there before it goes in, but you don't know what the exhaust is until all that's in. So it's kind of how it works. But anyway, you can see how it's tight up in there, but we got a good 1/4 inch all the way around. It doesn't go up and down, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, that's it for tonight. So, whoop, camera stand's got me. So tonight it's only 12:30. Well, that's tomorrow technically. So anyway, that's what the where we're at on the project for now. So getting closer. We got a rear wheel in it now.